Hi guys, welcome back to Channel Mom. Today I wanted to do a video on my experience becoming a stepmom. It's something that I've wanted to do a video on for quite some time now because when I was going through the whole kind of stepmom introduction thing, there wasn't any of my friends or family going through the same thing. So, for some kind of support, I naturally went online and I couldn't find any kind of blog posts, forums, or videos that came from a stepmom's point of view to kind of guide me along the way, I suppose. So I really wanted to do a video just to kind of touch on my experience, and hopefully it will give you guys some kind of reassurance and advice and just somewhere to come to if you have any questions or just need to kind of get some stuff off your chest. So I became a stepmom before I became a mum, which was a big kind of transition for me because obviously I wasn't in that natural parental state of mind. I knew I wanted kids, but at that point in time, I wasn't, ready to start a family. So becoming a stepmom was definitely me being kind of thrown into the deep end. And being 21 and Maya being 7 when we first met, she was at an age that she not only had her own thoughts and opinions on the world around her, but on me as well. So it wasn't like she was a toddler that, I would just naturally fall into place and she would never remember life before me. Maya knew fully well that I was her dad's new girlfriend and that all going well, that I would be around for the rest of her life. So I not only had to make, Tom fall in love with me, but I had to make Maya love me too. And it just felt like double the pressure. And I didn't really know where to start, what to do, and my natural instincts were just all over the spot, to be honest. So one of the things that I really did struggle with was finding my place in the family. Maya had a mum and a dad already that were a great support to her, and I didn't really know where I would fit in at that point. I, obviously was going to be a huge part of her life, but I didn't want to step on anyone's toes or feel unwelcome in any certain parts of her life, and it was a real struggle trying to figure out my role and what I was supposed to do. And I remember reading an interview that Kimberly Walsh from Girls Aloud did, and it was her explaining her, view on her family and her step kids and her being a stepmom, and that was that she was more of an auntie than anything, and I could instantly relate to that. It was a role that they were around for parental guidance and support and discipline if it was needed, but they weren't overly involved in that aspect. They were there if they were needed, but they knew when to take a step back, and I thought that that was the perfect place to start for me because I didn't want to step on anyone's toes, but I wanted to be involved as much as I could, and I wanted my opinion to matter. And that was something that it took a couple of years to really sink in with everybody, that I was here to stay and that I was there to bring up Maya as well. I was an extra pair of hands. I wasn't replacing anyone. But another thing that I kind of struggled with was when Tom and I first moved in together. We'd been dating for about 5 months. We'd known each other for a year beforehand, so it felt, natural just moving in so quickly. But from the day we moved in together, we had Maya every single weekend. And that was a big struggle for me, particularly because Tom was working most weekends at that point. So it was just me and Maya, and we were still getting to know each other. And I, really struggled with the whole maternal instinct thing. Is she fed? Is she watered? Is she happy? How to entertain her, how to talk to her. But at the same time, that struggle was actually the best thing that happened to me and Maya. We had our own time together to figure out our own relationship and to bond outside of Tom or anyone else. The mutual person was taken away. So we had to find our own relationship, and a Saturday kind of became our thing, and we had time together with just me and her, or with my mum as well, so she got introduced to my side of the family. And although it was a struggle, that kind of thing, it was the best thing we ever did. So I think one-on-one time is so important when you're a stepmom, to really get to know the child and yourself and what your relationship is going to be, because you two are the only ones that can really work it out. So obviously when Tom and I got married, I became Maya's, official stepmom. And although it didn't really change anything, I knew there was going to be a time where Tom and I were going to, expand the family. And I wondered how Maya was going to feel about it, because obviously we were going to be the parents and she was a half sibling, and it was something we never wanted to be an issue, and something we really tried hard not to be anything other than we're a family and that's that. And from the start, when we told Maya that we were having a baby, she was so excited, and all the way through the pregnancy we kept her involved and updated and everything. She helped decorate the bedroom, and that was great to get her included in everything and make sure that she didn't feel left out or anything. There was going to be a 10+ age gap between the two of them, but that worked to our advantage as well, because it meant that Maya could really help out and be really hands-on. So when Aria came along, she was over the moon to have a sister, because we didn't find out what we were having. So to be having a little sister, I think, made things, all the more exciting. She was like, great, we can do all this girly little stuff together, and she got really excited over that. But as Aria has got older, Maya has become so much more hands-on, and I trust her 100% to look after her, and she is such a help when she's here. If anything, I wish she was here all the time to help me out, because she makes life so much easier with Aria. Aria adores her, and yeah, they got on so well. So I know that I can leave Aria with Maya while I go do something, maybe upstairs or in the kitchen or something like that, and I can trust in her 100% that she's going to take the best care of her sister. So yeah, although there is the age gap there, I think that age gap is an advantage, because Maya can act more like kind of a mummy to her. She changes her nappy, she feeds her, she gets her ready for bed, she baths her. So the age gap there helps us massively, and I think no matter what age your stepkids are to your kids, it's a great way of getting them involved if they are younger. Making them feel really involved in the whole family dynamic and not just an outsider visiting. So yeah, it's hard to talk about this all in one video, because I feel like there's so many different aspects and so many different topics I can cover with being a stepmom. So I think what I might do, if you are interested and if there's enough questions, is do a stepmom Q&A. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comment down below, or if you prefer not to kind of disclose your name or anything like that, you can pop me an email or tweet me. I will leave my email address just here, so you can pop me an email if you want to. And yeah, that's kind of just a very basic background on my life as a stepmom, and I hope that I am being some sort of help. I feel like I'm just rambling, but it's what I do. So yeah, if you have any questions or anything like that, please leave me a comment down below, or if you just want to let off some steam or some advice, then again, this is the honest face of parenting, and it's what we're all here for. So yeah, you are more than welcome to join in on all the discussions we have. And yeah, I'm going to end it there, because I really feel like I'm rambling now, and I will see you all very soon. Bye.